Hi everybody. Today I will be talking about problem-solving therapy. My name is Autumn Giles, and so let's just get right into it. So first, let's talk about some of the objectives for problem-solving therapy in Lesson 3 that it goes over. One of which is to identify research, which highlights why problem-solving skills are necessary for the clients, and to identify 3 activities that promote problem-solving. So hopefully within this PowerPoint, as well as the handout that I'll provide, you'll be able to discover the objectives for this lesson. To start off with, what is problem-solving therapy? What does it sound like to you? If you were to solve a problem for either yourself or someone else, what steps would you take? Take, for example, Wayne. Wayne is not able to pay his bill for rent this month, it's due to being laid off from his job in a cheese factory. So if you were in Wayne's shoes, what steps would you take to solve this problem? Problem solving includes proper regulation of emotions and also learning how to cope in everyday life events that one may face. So if I were Wayne, I would take a step back and analyze the situation I was in. Maybe there are family members or friends that would be able to loan me money for this month's rent. Well, in the meantime, I would look for another source of income. So the problem-solving therapy model was developed by D. Zurilla and Goldfried in 1971. And the main goal of problem-solving therapy is to help people learn how to cope with everyday stressors that are faced. And so, a definition that I found really helpful for understanding problem-solving therapy is the following. Problem-solving therapy aims to help individuals adopt a realistically optimistic view of coping, understand the role of emotions more effectively, and creatively develop an action plan geared to reduce psychological distress and enhance well-being. And that was stated by the American Psychological Association. Another definition that I liked, because they kind of separated psychotherapy and problem-solving therapy to help us understand the difference between the two. And they said, unlike traditional psychotherapy, problem-solving therapy makes use of cognitive and behavioral interventions, helping people directly work on life's challenges. So you may be wondering, who can benefit from problem-solving therapy? Is it everybody that we're going to work with in recreational therapy? It may or may not be, just depending on what the individual circumstance looks like. In Chapter 9 of our Facilitation of Therapeutic Recreation Services by Stombo and Wardlaw, it suggests some groups as follows. Could be individuals with depression, children with ADHD, children and adolescents, family caregivers, people with spinal cord injuries, and survivors of domestic abuse. The list could extend beyond this, but these are just a few that the book mentions. What are some goals of problem-solving therapy? One would be to have positive problem orientation. 2, assisting one's ability in developing problem-solving skills. And 3, decrease impulsive, careless nature. Again, there's more goals than these, but these are some general ones. So how does this apply to recreational therapy? Within therapeutic recreation, informal problem solving can be used. So there's a difference between informal and formal. Informal just involves everyday conversations, and instead of the teacher solving the problems for the student determines what they should do. So this is done by analyzing the person's view of the problem and understanding how the person involved feels about it, what happened during the situation, and what the person could do to positively resolve the problem. Within therapeutic recreation, the skills of problem-solving therapy are coordinated into the overall program, making sure the program implementation is consistent, including people who know the client well, and using multiple modalities. Okay, so let's go back for a minute to the example of Wayne. And let's say that Wayne is in the position of losing his job again from his cheese factory. But he also has ADHD, and due to that, he has a difficult time coping with problems. As a recreational therapist, one goal would be to help him become better at problem solving. This would be accomplished through multiple sessions, the number of sessions being determined both by the client and the recreational therapist. The APIE process would take place, making sure to include problem-solving therapy activities or conversations during each session. Making sure to evaluate several times throughout the experience is fundamental. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a better look at what problem-solving therapy is and how you can use it as a recreational therapist. But please feel free to ask questions if any arise. Thank you.